One person's desirable attribute is another person's deal breaker. So when we're talking about these pros and cons videos of a particular city, it really just depends on the person. I want to move to a neighborhood where I have 5 acres and I don't see any of my neighbors. I want to move to a neighborhood where my kids have friends to play with across the street. These two ideas are mutually exclusive to one another. So it really depends on the person and what you're looking for. So when it comes to these pros and cons videos per se, it's really about what are the specific attributes of this particular city, and then that's either going to work for you or it is not. Schools are always going to be important to particular people. If you don't have kids, then what do you care? You might be talking about resale value, but schools is always going to be a factor that comes up when you're talking about where you're going to live. Canton is in Cherokee County. Cherokee County schools are great. Are they the best? No. You have Cobb County just to the south. Those schools are probably better. You have Forsyth County just to the east. Those schools are definitely better. I mean, those are ranked top in the state. Does that mean Cherokee County schools are bad? Absolutely not. I mean, if you're running the 100-meter dash at the Olympics and you come in last, does that mean you're a bad runner? No, you're still great. You just happen to be 10 out of 10 in the world's top runners. Same thing with Cherokee County. There are better school systems, and if you're the type of person that my kid needs to go to the best school system, then maybe you want to talk about Cobb, maybe you want to talk about Forsyth. You're going to pay a little bit more money for those homes because the school systems are better. But I think Cherokee County has a really good blend of, I'm going to have a more affordable house, and maybe my schools are a 7 or an 8 out of 10 as opposed to a 9 out of 10. But I think that's a really good trade-off. So we're talking about schools. Cherokee County schools are great. Are there better? Yes, but that doesn't mean these are bad in particular. There's a really good blend here between the rural and the suburb. There are really beautiful $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 new construction homes going up around here. There's also a lot of farmland with people with cows and horses and miniature horses. And there's a guy with the alpacas right down the road from me. These two things can be right next to each other. You'll drive by and just see vast acres of land, and then right next to it is going to be a beautiful neighborhood that just popped up right down the road from a Kroger. All of these things are blended in together. So if you're looking for, I just want my space, everybody is 5 acres apart, I don't see anybody, that's not here. If you're looking for the shopping mall every 5 minutes, that's not here either. I think it's actually quite the beautiful mix between that country feel and a little bit of more of that suburban feel. Hey, my name's Joel. I'm a local real estate agent here in the metro Atlanta area. If you're looking to buy or sell your home now or in the near future, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. My information is below in the description. I will also put it right here on the screen. I'm always happy to answer your questions, get to your comments, or just have a conversation. Distance to Atlanta is always going to be a factor. We are part of Metro Atlanta. Atlanta is not that big in and of itself, but when you consider all of the surrounding communities, Atlanta is enormous. Now, being here in Canton, it's gonna be probably 45 minutes on a good day, an hour, maybe an hour and 20 on a really bad day. That's always gonna be a factor to consider. We have access to Atlanta, but being this far north, you're gonna think twice about going down there. Now, I have kids, so we're gonna go to the aquarium. We're gonna go to the zoo. I might go to the Fox and see a play with my wife. But we're not gonna go as often as we did when we moved in Marietta, for example, when I knew I could get down there in 30 minutes and it wasn't that bad. It's definitely less often, but you still do have access to it. It's definitely gonna be a factor to consider. If you work in the city, it's gonna be a rough commute in the morning for sure. You're gonna wanna be driving on the off hours, but hopefully if you're this far north, you're either working from home or you're working in maybe Alpharetta, Woodstock, Roswell, something like that. Once you get to Canton, a lot of people tend not to leave Canton. It can feel a little bit like a bubble. What I mean by that is Canton really has everything that you need. There's the downtown area. The Mill is an awesome hangout space. There's tons of shopping, tons of restaurants. And so you find yourself staying within the city limits. I used to live in Marietta, and a lot of my friends moved up to Canton. And I found that we stopped hanging out in Marietta or some of the other stuff that we used to do. They would say it was too far, and I'm thinking, we used to hang out here all the time. What's the big deal? But then I got up to Canton and I realized, why would I drive 25 minutes down to Marietta when everything I need is right here? So it can feel a little bit like a bubble if you're not careful, which you may be into that. Like, sweet, I got everything 5 minutes from my house. Or you may want to make sure that you still have easier access to some of this other stuff that's around. The parks are fantastic. Cherokee County does a great job with building new parks, maintaining the parks that they have. I mean, I'm at one of these parks at least once, maybe twice a week. Etowah River Park, J.B. Owens Park, J.J. Bilio Park, Veterans Memorial Park. All of them are going to have some sort of paved walking, biking path, a big green space where you can have a soccer game, a great playground, some sort of body of water like a creek or a river, and then some sort of like hiking through the woods sort of thing. I mean, they're all fantastic. There's a lot of development that's going on right now. Canton is getting really popular because it's awesome. And some people are digging that. It's actually one of the reasons that I moved here, because I know that my property value is going up because it's getting more popular and because land is getting more scarce. That means it's going to be harder to come by, making what I have more valuable. More businesses are coming here. More people are moving here. And some people really don't like that. Some people thought that that patch of land behind their house was never going to get built on, and now they're getting all upset because finally someone's putting something up there. Well, guess what, Karen? You can stop shouting at the town hall meeting. Somebody owned that land, somebody wanted to build on that, and it's awesome to live here, so of course they're going to build here. But that being said, it's going to be more and more like Woodstock and Marietta. Marietta blew up in the 90s, and it is very developed, maybe even overdeveloped. And then what was the next frontier? It was Woodstock, and that's in a good place right now. Probably one of the most popular suburbs around, especially North Atlanta. Well, Canton is the next place to go because Woodstock is running out of availability. I hear it in my comments all the time. Canton's full, no more people here. Well, get ready, because they're coming, and they're going to keep coming. And Canton's probably going to look like Woodstock and Marietta in 10, 15, 20 years tops. So if you're looking for space to stretch and you don't want to see anybody, then you probably got to head further north if you want a little bit more time. But right now in Canton, people are coming. If you enjoyed that, if that was helpful, please hit subscribe, hit like, hit the notifications bell so you can stay up to date on everything that's going on around Atlanta. My name is Joel. If you're in the market, please give me a call. See you in the next one.